everybody. How you doing? I'm Dharma, and this message is going to be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Cross Watchers, anybody that was drawn to this message. So nice to see all of you. Excuse me. My readings tend to last from reading to reading as far as time frame goes, and there's going to be an extended for this. The links for that are in the box below. You can get one at Vimeo, or you can watch the whole thing as one long reading on the tribe spirit side of this channel. So click on the membership things and you can see all of the things that we do here. Sitting up straight, rolling our shoulders back, relax. I feel like maybe there is a throat chakra thing because I did not start coughing until I pushed go, which is crazy. So that is probably something that needs to be said. No kidding. A Home in the Sky literally just came out yesterday and stranded. So on the Libra reading, this card came out. Look at how many cards there are. I just sat here and shuffled them right in front of you, and this one popped out. And so it could be someone in the collective that is dealing with a Libra, but that does not have to be the message. Because this card in itself is really powerful. Because there's no reason that a bird needs a balloon they can fly already. It's nonsensical for a bird to have a flying apparatus because they are a flying apparatus, if that makes any sense. And it's also that I just heard the word imagination station. It could be that this is a neighborhood that could be relevant. There's a city down there. Have you ever felt like you're in a fishbowl? Which is two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl. That's what it, because like the other card, the other person, it says stranded. Right? And it's like everybody can see that they're stranded, but they're not, I don't know. They ran this ship right into this tree. And you would think that a tree is grounded. Like it has roots. Or it could be that, because you talk about ships, friendships, relationships, situationships, courtship, blah, 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 ship. Whatever ship that they were on, they ran it into a tree. And the anchor dropped. But they're not on the ship anymore. They got off the ship and they're on the boat. On the branch. Just standing there. Crazy, because we're talking about ships as in partnership of some sort. Right? But they're standing there. So do you understand what I'm trying to get across as far as the tree symbolism goes and the ship? Trees have roots. They don't move. It's a big deal to move a tree. You have to like really dig down like way deep into the ground to get all of the roots and then pick it up to transplant it. It's kind of a huge deal. But also note that this card is called Stranded. And the way that it came across to me was that whatever this ship was that they were on, what did I say? They crashed it into a tree or landed it in a tree, which makes no sense because you would think that it's supposed to be on water, meaning emotion. Are you following the tarot logic here? In divination, when you see bodies of water, that is an emotional place. And depending on how rough the water is where the emotions are at in regards to whatever situation you're talking about. When in divination and tarot, when you see things like trees, and roots and anchors and symbolism like that, you're talking about things that are tangible and practical and really, really, really grounded, but they don't move. They grow, but they don't move. And somehow we left the emotion place and went to the practical place. And now they feel like they're stranded. Okay. But then you have this one over here. It could be several people. But it feels like these, it could just be that it's free. It could be an illusion. Because do you remember the first thing that I said was that there's no reason that a bird needs a flying apparatus because they are the flying apparatus. And if we go back to the Libra reading, I was talking about the fact that this bird felt like they didn't have any roots. But they do. But they're standing alone on that. There's no one else in this image. There's several people in this image. But they feel stranded. They crashed it into a rooted tree, dropped anchor, and now they're like oopsie daisy anchored. Whereas this other person is like, me and all these birds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 birds just float around and do the floating of whatever. Not feeling planted. It could also be transient. Whoa, that's a word I don't normally use. What does that mean? You don't stay? Is that what that means? You're only staying for a minute or something like that, in and out? Is that what transient means? Someone check me on that. I would ask Siri, but I'm using my Siri, so. Curiouser and curiouser. Let's see what happens between these folks. This is the Brian Froud's Fairies Oracle. Communication. Here we are again with the bird theme. And right there it is. That's what I'm saying. As soon as I turned on the channel, basically, I started coughing because throat chakra stuff. That's kind of a clair that you can receive if you're trying to figure out how to do the channeling. Your body will do what the message is. It's hard to talk. The other thing here is that Arvel the parrot has antennas. Lit up spiritually, can hear into spirit deeper. What is spirit? You know what I mean? Quantum physics, the matrix. So these, I'm talking to Aquarians. Okay, whatever you call it, that's that cool thing that we know that everyone argues about, meaning it exists, but we don't know what to call it, so we argue about it. That. Okay, you can feel into that without a doubt. It feels like beyond reasonable doubt. It's proven. You know, the other thing I was just thinking about Arvel the parrot is that what I heard was stored communication, meaning, and that's probably why, like, when I started coughing, because it was caught right there. Things that it's stored communication, things that should have been said a while ago, something like that. But when I was hearing stored, meaning maybe somebody has said something over and over and over again in their mind, but it hasn't come out. It's just right there, and it's getting to be like a clog, if you will. Ace of Cups. And bravery. So clearly, in the receptive principle. So clearly there's big love. This is the fairies, Ace of Cups. It's like a splash of water. This one is a bravery factor, like needing. That's probably why it gets clogged up, because it hasn't been said. Whatever this is, it hasn't been said. And they want you to receive it. This is the catcher's mitt. This is the Ace of Cups, and this is the catcher's mitt for it. And it feels like this should have been said a long time ago. I heard if you're a bird, I'm a bird. It's like I'm sitting here, being like, well, there's no reason that a bird needs a flying apparatus, but then also, why not? Right? Why not? They're a bird. They're free. They have a nest that has no doors on it. And if they want their nest to float around, cool. It feels like a freedom thing, a home in the sky, meaning they're not grounded and stranded. I think that this anchor down thing is a weight. It feels like the anchor is around their feet. Their wings got clipped, something like that. If you're a bird, I'm a bird. You're a bird just like me, or something like that. It feels like it could even be that if you could imagine all these birds flying around this tree. Maybe that was their tree. And somebody crashed a boat into it or whatever. And now these birds are like hanging out. Like, are you gonna... Well, I heard join us, but it could be like, are you gonna get out of our tree? But if you're a bird, I'm a bird. Meaning, it feels like they're watching this bird. Whoever feels stranded, okay? And they're like, it feels freeing. I want to be a part of the free folks or whatever. The free birds. Give me some actions that they do. Let us consult. This is like a bunch of tarot cards that I just flung together. Oh, 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. Strength. Ten of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. There is also the feeling of climax, if you will, but not necessarily like in a dirty way, like the peak of the story or something like that. Because this thing has been boiling for a while. Things need to be... So they pull back their arrow. And it was all yellow. Somebody could be sitting with like a big, sad looking dog. They have a giant, a gentle giant puppy doggy. You have Leo twice here. So they pull back this arrow and it's aimed directly at them. Maybe they can see you from wherever they are. That's weird. Sending a text to someone that you can see and you look at their reaction. And it gets their attention, whatever it is, in a hurry. What is said? Taking a risk. Uncertain outcome. The rings. This says telepathy, counterpart, lovers, like-minded people, committed partner. Soulmate. They're taking some kind of big, giant, huge risk to do this. Why? Why are they stranded? Third party. True feelings. The rings. Abusive. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to run. Stranded. Vulnerable. And the flamingos. They feel stranded. Obviously, it says that here. That said the heckin' stinking stupid third party card came out. I hate this card, but here it is. Look at how many cards there are. That's why they feel stranded. I asked. That was my question. Flamingos. So they take a risk. Huge risk. If you're a bird, I spit everywhere. If you're a bird, I'm a bird. To this Empress. Now at the bottom of the deck over here it says empty nest. Like she's probably moved on from this because they're stranded, but it doesn't look like they're stranded to anyone else. It looks like they took a relationship and crashed it into the rooted tree and dropped anchor. That's what it looks like. But they're standing there with a card that says stranded. What does that word mean to you? And if you're the Empress, if you're the bird, does it matter? Or here's my nose. Let's see what happens after this. All right, the link for the extended is in the box below to Vimeo, or you can join us live to watch the entire thing all together on Tribe Spirit. That's the membership side of this channel. All of that is in the box below. Also join us for all of the other cool stuff on the channel. And until next time, Aqua, you guys have a good one.
Bring it back.